One man is being victimized by our own government. One man whom they fear, yet whom millions love. One man who is willing to take the poison arrows of lawfare. One man whose voice has been taken away by a corrupt judge operating in a corrupt system. One man who has been ridiculed and insulted. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who stands between us and them. One man that wants to see America protected again. One man who wants to see America prosper again. One man who understands that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. One man who understands and protects the blessing of life. One man who wants to restore American exceptionalism. One man who once again wants to make America that shining city on a hill for all to see. A place where all the people of the world glowingly set their eyes upon. America. One man who unashamedly wants to make America great again. That one man is Donald Trump.
This is Fanfare with Barry Cunningham.
Trump, everybody they know, they gonna vote for Donald Trump, that's the way it goes. All over America, all over the USA, they voted for Donald Trump, that's what I'm trying to say. Election is over, everyone can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country. Election is over, everyone can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country. I want to make America great again.
Woo!
I want to lower the taxes. I want to bring all American business back from overseas back to the USA, baby.
There we go.
Ooh, yeah, Donald Trump is now the president of your country. Election is over, everybody can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country. Election is over, everyone can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country.
Breaking news into the Fanfare newsfeed.
There's the microphone. Got a bit of breaking news, and my phone's going crazy. Everything's going crazy all at the same time. It's absolutely crazy going on right now. All right, I'm not going to keep you waiting. I'm just going to jump to it. Let me go ahead. By the way, I just love those two Bahamian Jamaican guys. I just think that's another dance. I can almost see doing the Trump dance to that. All right, so breaking. Broke a little bit while ago. So I'm going to tease you a second ago. This is why I pushed to 3:30. You see, I knew Trump left Washington and that he probably wanted to go have a hamburger or two, and then that he would, basically at that point decide what he was going to do and announce it after he had a chance to eat his food and everything. So at least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. First and foremost, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to put them in order because there was a couple things. All right, so first and foremost, breaking news. Trump has named Tulsi Gabbard Congresswoman Lieutenant Colonel Tulsi Gabbard will serve as the Director of National Intelligence, the DNI. That's what John Ratcliffe used to hold. For over 2 decades, Tulsi has fought for our country and the freedoms of all Americans. As a former candidate for the Democrat presidential nomination, she has broad support in both parties. She is now a proud Republican. I know Tulsi will bring that fearless spirit that has defined her illustrious career to our intelligence community, championing our constitutional rights and securing peace through strength. Tulsi will make us all proud. So, Tulsi Gabbard is now going to be the Director of National Intelligence. Love it. Not done yet here. Let's scroll down to the next one. This one here. Donald Trump. It is my great honor to announce that Senator Marco Rubio of Florida is hereby nominated to be the United States Secretary of State. Marco is a highly respected leader and a very, very powerful voice for freedom. He will be a strong advocate for our nation, a true friend to our allies, and a fearless warrior who will never back down to our adversaries. I look forward to working with Marco to make America and the world safe and great again. So, people, we have 2 brand new cabinet members, and he's not done. Nobody's done yet. So, right now, I just have one question for all of you. You can put your answer in the chat. Just got one question for you guys. You ready for it? That question being...
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
You had enough? Because I haven't. Oh my God, this man is killing it. Absolutely killing it to the point where he's making me a refresh junkie here. Oh, yep, got something else for you. Oh my goodness, here we go again. You're not going to believe this one. I can't even believe this one. Oh my. This is another breaking news. Hey, Tommy, you said you were going to get me that, that drum roll thing. Well, we got another one. I had a show planned, but Trump has difference otherwise. This one is probably going to floor you. It will probably floor most people. Y'all ready for this? Let me make sure I got it queued up perfectly here, so everybody can see it. This one wasn't in the form of a press release. This one was in the form of just an actual post. And it appears as though, and before I say it, I want to make sure that I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, it is. This one, you're going to see Democrats heading to the exits. Holy shit. I just wanted to make sure what I'm about to tell you is real. I need to play that again. You guys had enough winning yet? Because like, Barry, just get to it. Just please, enough. Just please get to it. All right, I'll get to it, but damn, oh my God, this one is flipping huge. Ready for it? It is my great honor to announce that Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida will be the new Attorney General of the United States. Oh, Matt friggin' Gaetz is going to be the Attorney General. Y'all better just rent the planes and get the F out now. Just go ahead and leave. I can't help you. Matt Gaetz is the Attorney General of the United States. Matt is a deeply gifted and tenacious attorney trained at the William & Mary College of Law who has distinguished himself in Congress as a big pain in the ass. That's what he's distinguished himself as through his focus on achieving desperately needed reform at the Department of Justice. Few issues in America are more important than ending the partisan weaponization of our justice system. Matt will end weaponized government, protect our borders, dismantle criminal organizations, and restore Americans' badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department. On the House Judiciary Committee, which he performs an oversight of the DOJ, Matt played a key role in defeating the Russia hoax and exposing and alarming systemic government corruption and weaponization. He is a champion for the Constitution and the rule of law. Oh my God. I gotta ask you again, have you had enough yet?
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
OMG. As a Christian man, I won't say the rest of it, but I really could say you know what, G. I'm happy for Marco Rubio. I'm definitely happy for Tulsi Gabbard. I'm unhappy for Democrats that Matt Gaetz has been named the Attorney General of the United States. It's got to go through the confirmation hearing and everything, but can you even imagine? Yeah. Can you even imagine? I got people texting me. I got people saying, Barry, this is too much. It's really too much. We got to go into slow mode here because things are absolutely going nuts. So let me go ahead and work on that real quick. But talk amongst yourselves right now, because I would love to hear what you guys have to say about those three choices. Just to let you know, you're not being blocked. We're just going to enable slow mode because so many people are chatting. So I just enabled slow mode at the request of the mods. Nobody's being blocked. Today of all days, we definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. This is absolutely phenomenal. Don't mess with Trump, somebody said. Yeah. Oh, wow. Are we dreaming? I knew. I don't know why. I had no inclination. Nobody told me anything. But the way he bolted out of the White House. And I'm like, he didn't stop at the microphones? No. You mean there was open microphones and Donald Trump didn't gravitate to the microphone? No, he had something. He was busy. He had to eat, first of all. Hey, let me get on the plane and get some food in me, okay? And then when I get on this plane, I got some shit to do. I got to drop some bombs on these people. And I can tell you right now, the 7 o'clock p.m. show, 7:30, is going to be lit. You're going to see people acting like X is an airport. I'm out. I'm done. I'm gone. No mas. Nope, can't do it anymore. He meant to say, you're going to get so tired of winning all the time. Is there going to be a rep left in? I can't even imagine. And you know, there's still one more big one to come. Well, couple. You got the FBI, and then, of course, where is RFK Jr. going to land? So now the table has been set. You got Marco, and we'll go through each one of them in a second, but it's just too much. I'm answering you guys here. It would be fine if I thought Alina Habba might be AG. No, he went for a bigger pit bull. He went for an absolute bigger pit bull. They effed around. They effed around, and now they are finding out. Oh, are they? Are they not finding out? This man has just decided to pull the pin and roll it. He pulled the pin. I can't imagine what is going on in the minds of people right now who realize that the ultimate MAGA guy, the ultra MAGA guy, is going to now be the Attorney General. That is probably the most surprising pick that I've seen thus far. I thought Pete Hegseth was a flamethrower pick. I thought that one was out of left field, and he put them in shambles. The Matt Gaetz pick, I seriously believe that you will now see people heading for the exits. Let's just talk about Matt Gaetz. They've been after, in addition to everything they did to Trump, These people, as this V says, they effed around with Matt Gaetz for years. They did all kinds of things to Matt Gaetz. They tried to embarrass him and say he was and did the same thing as Trump, and he had all these indiscretions with women, and he did this and underage women and blah 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 blah. And now this is the guy in charge of the Department of Justice. I'm leaving. If I'm some of these people, I am absolutely calling a real estate agent, putting the house up for sale. Call me when it's done. Keep all the shit in it. I don't care. Honey, get the go bag. Let's get. We got to go. Well, honey, he doesn't take office until, January 20th. And then it may take them a week or two or a month to get him confirmed. I don't care. Because right now they're probably got the surveillance out on me. They just named... They just named their CIA director. Okay, let's look. What are these rats doing? Oh, they're scurrying. They're scurrying. Let me just tell you this. If any of you people, if there's some trolls in here, maybe you may want to troll back to whoever sent you and give them a big, big message. If you effed around, you're about to find out. Yeah, that should be your biggest clue. Oh, is Trump going to go after his opponents? Not only his opponents, Matt's opponents. These people, after hearing what Trump has done after leaving the White House today, have got to be going, oh my God. So let's just recap here before we refresh and he done something else. Let me keep his page open because, oh my God, what could he post next? So let's recap. The two leaks that were out there, the Marco Rubio leak and the Kristi Noem leak have been confirmed. So I'm thinking those were leaks from the Trump team, letting people know here it was coming. So Marco Rubio will now be the Secretary of State, or is the nominee for the Secretary of State. Good. Okay. Fine. We got a Secretary of State. Marco doesn't come across as a pit bull. He does come across as more of a diplomat. So I think he will be good going to these other countries and in furthering the America First message. Because he's going to do what Trump tells him to do. Go tell that guy in Ukraine it's done. Elon already told him, but just reinforce him and let him know. And then call Vlad, and let's go ahead and set up a meeting with Vlad, and we'll figure this out. Now go over these people over here, the rock throwers and the Israelis. Let's go ahead and make that stiff right. And then now we're going to go talk to, the Saudis. We're going to make everything right. I think Marco's a good person for that. He's low-key. He's not a hothead. He has proven himself as a senator. He went through the presidential campaign. Unfortunately for him, he ran into a buzzsaw called Donald Trump. He has learned firsthand what happens if you meet an alpha male and you don't answer with alpha male blood. You're going to get eaten alive. So he's learned that. He's been down here in Florida. He understands the lay of the land. He's worked with DeSantis. He's seen what two major alpha males will do if you don't get your head right. So I think Marco Rubio could be a very, very effective Secretary of State. Now let's move on to Tulsi. Tulsi Gabbard will be the Director of National Intelligence. She will be working hand in hand with Ratcliffe, who is now the CIA. They're going to be looking at all the intelligence agencies. She's been in the Army. She was Lieutenant Colonel. She knows the lay of the land as well. And between the two of them, they're going to be able to figure out all that data and information. And then they'll go ahead and basically begin doing disclosures. Oh, well, I said that. I just saw a couple Lear jets fly away because... Now, I'll put Matt Gaetz into that puzzle, because he will work closely, obviously, with DNI, and Tulsi will be working with John Ratcliffe. So all of the intelligence that's out there, you can bet Matt Gaetz is going to be have the opportunity to see what's going on. I know people waiting for the Puff Diddy files, and they're all worried about the guy on the island file, and who knows what happened in Haiti with the Clinton Foundation. You don't have to worry about Trump coming after his opponents. You have to worry whether or not you broke the law, opponent or not. And we just start peeling back the onion and seeing what's there. It's not coming after an opponent. That's looking to see, hey man, something doesn't make sense, and there's a lot of smoke here. We're looking to see if there's a flame back there. Oh, Nancy. Wait till he names his SEC chairman, and some people start looking at stock portfolios. How in the hell did you get $200 million on basically, a couple $100,000 a year salary? We'd all love to know that. Oh, Elizabeth Warren. Wow, you basically didn't have any money at all. Now you're worth like $80 million. Oh, AOC. You didn't have anything. You were a flipping bartender. Nothing. Zippo. And now you got millions. Might want to change your Depends. Might want to get rid of that thong and put on a nice nice thick pair of Depends. No more thongs for you because you're going to have a lot of leakage. All these people who for years have skated by. You think people are paying $10,000 for a hammer? No. The hammer cost $6 and somebody got $9,000 to charge for that. Where'd all that money go? We need someone who's going to enforce accountability. And I think this team, not one person, the team is going to look at accountability. And when you start looking at accountability, if things don't look accountable, people go to jail. It's not being an opponent. It's just that nobody has looked. The first two who are going to start looking at numbers are going to be Vivek and Elon. See, that's going to be the front. When they call, hang up the phone and run. Because when they start saying, we're here to check out the accounting on this. We want to know where the money's spent. Oh, when you coming? I'll be there tomorrow morning. Run, Forrest, run. If you can't account for where the money's went, next call that Vivek and Elon are going to make is, hey, listen, we're over here at Nancy's office. We can't figure out what's going on with this money. Hey, Matt, you might want to check this out. See, we're not here to go after our opponents. We're here to look. We want to see what, where the accounting is. Where's the money? That's not going after your opponents. That's a businessman, a CEO like Trump, or a CEO like Elon Musk, or a CEO like Vivek Ramaswamy going, all right, we're here to check out the bills here. We're here to look at what things were spent, why they were spent, just some government efficiency, Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. We're the good guys. We're going to help you be more efficient. And so when you start digging into those books and you find irregularities, now I got to call Matt. Matt's got to come see you with his people. Wow. I want to see Kerry Lake as part of his cabinet. Not me. I want to see Kerry Lake as being a senator of Arizona. I want to get that fixed. America's top exports should be the newcomers. Absolutely. Interesting times. The fighting has only just begun. Be prepared for it. Good point. Absolutely. A very, very good point. White flag after white flag. Dems give up. You got nothing. If John Thune is, I'm going to break the mold on that thing too. If the Republicans in the deep state think they've got a couple Republicans are going to help them, yeah, that's not going to work either. That's not going to work. So John Thune, you best do the right thing. I'm just telling you, you better do the right thing or you won't be there. Barry, how would he won't be there? I'm going to tell you about that in a second. I love Matt Gaetz and Marco Rubio. I like that. Basically, he took the entire state of Florida and said, hey, we're just going to, raid these people down here. People who he's probably been talking to for months. Palm Beach is literally 12, 14 miles. I mean, Mar-a-Lago is 12, 14 miles from where I am. Matt Gaetz has probably been in and out of that compound a lot. Marco Rubio, in and out of that compound a lot. We know Elon has basically set up an office there. Oh man, this is. Oh, I didn't read the whole thing about Matt. It says Matt will root out the systemic corruption at DOJ and return the department to its true mission of fighting crime and upholding our democracy and constitution. We must have honesty, integrity, and transparency under Matt's leadership. I love the entire idea about transparency, and Elon's been pushing that as well. Elon is going to post everything he finds so that the American people can see. He has already said that this entire Doge thing is going to be completely transparent. Let me show that to you, because that is sunlight has always been the best disinfectant. Let me see. Okay, he's already got a Twitter handle for it. Let me show you this. This is the new Doge handle. Department of Government Efficiency. Somehow it's already got 340,000 followers, working overtime to ensure your tax dollars will be spent wisely. That's the only post that he's put up at this point. But he has posted himself that everything that he does will be transparent. They're going to show you everything and how it's happening. Let me see if I can find it. And he's going after NGOs. Love it. Look at this one, okay? Government-funded NGOs, non-governmental organizations, are obviously a contradiction in terms. They're just an illegal arm of the government. They're going to leave no stone unturned. They are just coming, and all these things are going to work in symbiosis. I think you understand at this point, whatever he and Vivek find that some government agency is doing illegally, then they have to refer it to the Department of Justice. That's not going after your opponents. See, the Democrats are posturing and saying, hey, listen, you don't want to go after your opponents. Well, are you just supposed to say if they broke the law, let it go? Well, I don't understand. What do you mean, don't go after my opponents? I'm not going after my opponents. I'm trying to fix the country, and I'm trying to see where things may have gone crazy. So it seems like Trump is taking his foot off the gas. Nothing has been posted in the last 30 minutes, thank God. So we can begin talking about things. The secret vote in the Senate was Mitch McConnell's demise. Yes, it was. Watch what happens there. So those followers aren't real, and I bet Elon doesn't disclose it. He has so many followers already. Why would you say that? Why? People are so suspect of everything. You don't think there's 340,000 people out of the 80 gazillion that follow him? I clicked on it. All right, so Barry, I'm so down about Thune getting in, I want to cry. But you inspire me. It was a relief to see your face today. It's very comforting. All right, thank you, Melinda. And what I'm going to show you in a little bit is probably going to, just stay tuned. Give me a few minutes. I didn't know we had all this breaking news, but I'll get back to the regularly scheduled programming that will leave you going, oh my, yeah, that works. Thank you very much. Yeah, John Thune is nothing to worry about, and I mean nothing to worry about. Earlier when we were talking about it, we had some people who said, Trump has probably thought about things in advance. And I really think he has, because the information I'm going to show you didn't come out of thin air. Somebody had to have researched and thought of something. And it's legal, it's constitutional, and I don't think our Congress or Senate has ever thought that any president or vice president would ever do it. And so now these people are getting caught, when I say caught with their pants down. Whatever end run you were thinking about doing to Trump, watch out. Seriously, watch out. You don't underestimate this man and what he has learned over the last 8 years. See, he was a newcomer back when he ran before. He didn't know the lay of the land of Washington. To me, what I am seeing is a man who has made it his life mission to find out every single roach hole, mouse hole, rat trap. When I show you about the John Thune thing, you're probably going to go, oh my goodness, how come we've never heard that? 1798 law to get people deported? How come nobody's ever heard that? How come nobody's ever thought of that? Trump did, or somebody came to him, hey, do me a favor, go find how we do this. Okay. And when I show you the John Thune stuff, you're going to realize he did the same thing. Go find how I do this. There's nothing happening by coincidence. There are no coincidences. This man, you tried to do everything you possibly could to him while he's sitting in court up in New York, as he used to say. I'm sitting in this frigid courtroom. I can't do anything. I'm just sitting here. I could be doing so much, but I can't do anything. And I think some Democrats believe that. I think they thought they had him trapped and he wouldn't be able to do anything. Not realizing a man with his resources probably had staff after staff after staff doing stuff that they never even thought of. You see, he was thinking January 2025. Y'all were thinking, how do we get him convicted and put in jail and all this kind of stuff? Now you're going to find out. We truly have reached the exit on the highway of FAFO. You effed around. You effed around for a year or more. And now you're about to find out and you got no answer. Understand what I'm talking about and what we've been talking about here. They have no response to it. Well, they tried a response on July 13th. They'll probably keep trying a July 13th type response because that's it. And I also think if this man can safely get inaugurated, the people he set up will carry on after he's gone. Whether it's July 13-ish or he just gets old and decides he wants to walk away. I think he's setting things up so that somebody like JD or whoever can step in and drive the car and not even miss a beat. I think he forever wants to make sure that the Democrats are irrelevant. I think he sat back and said, my revenge isn't to win the presidency. No, that's not my revenge. My revenge is to destroy the Democrat Party, to just completely obliterate it. And right now, as you're looking, who would run against him in 2028? Or whoever in 2028. How? What are they going to do? The amount of prosperity that this country can receive in the next 2 years, I don't know how you would ever run against it. How could you possibly say, hey, forget that you're making more money and that the gas prices are down and food prices are down and there's no wars and vote for me because I want to put it back to where it was. We're never going back. Well, great slogan, Kamala. We're never going back. Oh, we're about to. So, we waited during this morning's hearing and video. We're waiting for the John Thune to come out and make a speech. We were also waiting for Karine Jean-Pierre and whatever she was relevant. Don't even bother looking at her stuff. But John Thune came out with a bunch of the other, cohorts. I like to call them, including Tim Scott, the gang of scum. And I think with the smiles on the face, they think they probably cornered Trump. They say all the right things here, but I want you to listen to this. Let's just listen to this.
The failed policies of the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda. And this Republican team is united. We are on one team. We are excited to reclaim the majority and to get to work with our colleagues in the House to enact President Trump's agenda. We have a mandate from the American people. A mandate not only to clean up the mess left by the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda, but also to deliver on President Trump's priorities. We will make sure that the President and his team have the tools and the support that they need to enforce border security laws and to remove the violent criminals who are wreaking havoc in every one of our states. We will work to make America prosperous again by streamlining the bureaucratic machine and overturning costly Biden-Harris regulations. And we will work to restore American energy dominance. Not just our energy security, but energy dominance, which will lower costs and bolster our national security. I'm excited to get to work with this team right away, and I want to thank my colleagues who placed their faith in me to serve as leader, and to those who were supporting another candidate. I promise to be a leader who serves the entire Republican conference.
Now understand, everybody's standing with him. Cotton, Scott, I forget his name, Barrasso, and then Lankford, and I don't know the woman's name. Every single one of them voted against Rick Scott.
We'll have an ambitious agenda, and we'll take each and every Republican working together to be successful. With that, I want to turn things over to Senator John Barrasso, the newly elected Republican whip.
Thank you. On election night, America saw the remaking of the Republican Party for the better. This election was about the answering to the question of, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And the American people said no. Only 1 in 4 Americans thought that the country was heading in the right direction. And you've seen the Republican Party grow in terms of hardworking middle-class families, in terms of minorities, in terms of young people, in terms of families struggling to get by. In the last 3 weeks before the election, I was all over the country with President Trump, with J.D. Vance, as well as a number of our Senate candidates. One of the stories that stuck with me was a woman in Michigan who talked about the fact that she was embarrassed to let her husband know that she had to go to the local food bank in order to get by. Republicans listened to those stories. Democrats were focused on President Trump. Republicans were focused on the needs of the American people. People who wanted to get prices down, wanted to secure the border, wanted us to unleash American energy. People who wanted to make America look and be strong once again around the world.
Notice he didn't say, make America great again. I really honed in on that. As he went through that, make America... Oh, you didn't say it. Listen to how many of them say, make America great again.
That's what the Republicans listen to, that's what we're responding to, and we are now working together to make sure we can put America back on track.
The newly elected Republican conference chair is the Senator from Arkansas, Senator Tom Cotton.
Thank you, Senator Thune. I'm looking forward to working with Senator Thune and the rest of this leadership team. I'm very grateful for the confidence that my peers placed in me. We all remember what it was like when President Trump was in office and we had Republicans in charge of the Senate. We had low prices, we had high wages, we had a secure border, we had a strong military, we had a peaceful, stable world. Starting on January 3rd, that's what we'll all be working to build again with President Trump, with Mike Johnson and the rest of the House Republicans on behalf of the American people. Thank you all.
Thanks, Tom. The newly elected Republican policy chair is the senator from West Virginia, Senator Shelley Moore Capito.
Thank you, and congratulations to our new leader, John Thune. He will be a strong voice, as he has been in the past, as the whip, and I look forward to serving with him and with all of our leadership team. I want to thank the others that ran. We had a really strong, healthy discussion, and we've all come out united and friends. And one of the people that was in our discussion is one of the people that is going to, although he didn't say anything, his presence was very much felt, and that is the Vice President-elect, J.D. Vance. I think the fact that
There's a reason why J.D. Vance didn't say anything. I'm going to show you that in a second. And these people probably didn't know.
Not only was a voting member of our conference, but also in there with us every step of the way to make sure that the direction that we're going to go as a united conference, and with me leading the policy issues and all of us working together, that we're going to have a united voice. And I'll say one thing about the election. I've said this on all my local stations. What I think the biggest issue was, and there are big ones, border and national security and others, it is literally the American family, the mom and the dad, the grandmother, whoever it is, going to the grocery store. We do it all the time, every week, and we could see, all of us could see, the escalating costs of something so very basic to us, just the cost of food, and hearing from the vice president in her campaign, the economy's doing great, don't worry. And so we hear those voices, we hear them loud and clear, and those are the voices that we're going to respond to along with President Trump through the next several years.
Okay, so she's done. So Tom Cotton didn't say make America great again. Barrasso, he didn't say make America great again. I don't know her name, but she didn't say make America great again.
Thanks, Shelley. The newly elected Senate Republican Conference Vice Chair is the Senator from Oklahoma, Senator James Lankford.
Hey, congratulations to John Thune.
So before he talks, understand who this guy is, Lankford. Lankford is the one or two Republican, I forget how many there were, who were the architects of that BS border bill that said you could bring in like 5,000 a day and we'll just do it that way. That was him. This is Lankford. Lankford is the guy who tried to bring that bill, to pass and make a law.
Looking forward to his great leadership there. Republicans were asked a very simple thing. Can you get us back on track? Over 70% of the country right now believes the country is on the wrong track. Our task is going to be very, very simple: to defend our values, to be able to strengthen us as a nation, and to be able to bring prosperity to people that are really struggling right now. That's a primary issue for us, and all of those things are things that we're going to get onto immediately, because the American people have spoken and said we do not like the direction that the country is going, so let's get us back on a better direction. So this leadership team, President Trump, J.D. Vance, we're headed in a direction to be able to get the country back on the track that she is looking for.
Oh, you mean like make America great again? But you didn't say that. You see the recurring theme here. None of them. We'll see if Tim Scott, I don't remember. But now I think Tim Scott.
Thanks, James. And the newly elected chairman of the Senate National Republican Senatorial Committee chair is the senator from South Carolina, and he is already planning on expanding our majority in 2026. So, Senator Tim Scott.
Hey, brother. Without any question, President Trump set out to make sure that Americans felt like this country and the American dream was alive and well and there for them. From the border to fixing the economy, to solving the issue of crime and restoring confidence on the global stage, President Trump has been very clear on his agenda. Our goal with our leader, John Thune, is to make sure that we achieve those objectives. My passion is making sure that we defend our current seats and expand the map and expand our majority so that President Trump does not have 2 years with a Republican majority in the Senate. He has 4 years in control of making sure that America's agenda comes home to each and every household.
Thanks, Tim.
So before they start taking questions, do you think it's a coincidence that 6 senators come out after, picking the majority leader in their other positions? 6 of them come out and talk to the press, and not a single one utters the phrase, make America great again. That, to me, spoke volumes. I listened, and I'm listening. And I'm listening. This is what Trump says. Tim Scott, you make me sick right now. You make me want to puke because you went to the rallies and you were at the MAGA rallies and you're like, we need to make America great again. I seen you. You were there. But now you're back in the Capitol amongst your comrades here. And that phrase is what? Persona non grata? We can't talk about making America great again? None of you? Maybe one forgot, maybe two, but none of you have the wherewithal to look in the camera to all the American people that voted Trump in with a landslide, and none of you can say make America great again. I hope you guys saw that. That's the reason why I made sure I cut this entire tape, so you could hear them, each one say, pat each other on the back. Oh, you're fantastic, dude. Oh, you're fantastic. Hey, come on over here, say a word. They all come up there. Clown show. The reason why Trump was elected was to make America great again. He said it in every single rally. Make America safe again. Make America wealthy again. Make America healthy again. Make America great again. Thank you, everybody. And none of you, not one, you represent the leadership of the Senate, and none of you had the sense of mind to let these people know we're here to make America great again. That's how you know something is afoul. I'm looking at Elon. I'm looking at Vivek Ramaswamy. I know Matt Gaetz. I know he's heavily into it. I know different people, Caroline Levitt. I know everybody's there. I know everybody wants to make America great again, and there's been a disconnect here. So if somebody knows Trump and you're seeing this, I hope you watch this. Something ain't right. So now they're going to open it up to a few questions. And I want you to hear the question, and then I want you to listen to the answer. And that's all I'm going to say right now. I want you to listen to both sides and listen to what the reporter asks and how the people answer. You ready? Listen to this.
Questions. Do you have any concerns about President Trump's cabinet picks so far, and what advice will you give him when it comes to choosing nominees who will pass Senate confirmation?
Well, as you know, the Senate has an advise and consent role under the Constitution, so we will do everything we can to process his noms quickly, get them installed in their position so they can begin to implement his agenda.
Did you hear what the question was? The question was, do you have any concerns with anyone that Trump nominated? He didn't answer. Oh, we're going to try and work the process and see if we can't get these. No, the answer to the question was no, I have no concerns with anyone he's nominated. Then you go into, we're going to make sure we have the process in place to make sure it happens. But you didn't answer the man's question. Why? Why wasn't that an emphatic? Of course not. Trump is nominating the people that he feels he wants to fulfill his agenda. And you looked away as if you didn't want to answer the question. Body language experts, y'all just look. You start talking to your child at home and you're like, hey, Bobby, did you break that vase, huh? Hey, did you get your homework done? What? Answer the question. Are you have any concerns with Trump's appointees? Very simple. No. But he didn't say that. Let's continue to the next question.
Leader Thune, you said that recess appointments are on the table. That's a key demand from President-elect Donald Trump. Will you move forward with that?
Well, what we're going to do is make sure that we are processing his nominees in a way that gets them into those positions so they can implement his agenda.
Did you hear that question? Trump, Elon, Vivek all said recess appointments are what we definitely need. It hurts our agenda if we don't do the recess appointments. A majority leader, that's why Rick Scott was running. Hey, so are you prepared to do the, recess appointments? The answer to that question is an overwhelming yes. He didn't say that. Hey, and he looked away again. Very quickly, well, what we're going to try and do here is see if we can't get these people through the process. It's not what she asked you. That's 2 in a row, John Thune. That's 2 questions right out the box. I'm sure the boss saw you. That weren't the right answer. That's not the right answer. You ignored MAGA completely, and then you dodged the first 2 questions that were asked to you. You look kind of slimy up there. All right, let's continue.
How that happens remains to be seen. Obviously, we want to make sure our committees have confirmation hearings like they typically do, and that these nominees.
I'm sorry, a recess appointment doesn't have hearings. What are you talking about, John? So your first press conference after the gavel comes down, you're telling the American people, no, we have a process to go. We got shit to do. What? That's not what you told us a day ago. You put on Fox and everywhere else. Yeah, I'm going to do the recess appointments. And right here, you can't even answer the question.
He's reported out the floor, but I've said this, and I mean it, that we expect a level of cooperation from the Democrats.
I'm telling you right now, Trump on the plane probably watched this and said, right then and there, and just went, F it. If I'm Trump and somebody showed me this video, you're doing what? You're going to look to a certain level of cooperation from the Democrats? You got 53 voices here. You got the power of recess appointments. And you're talking about, hey, let's talk to Chucky and see what he says about things. The first press conference that you walk up to the microphone, that's what you say? Trump, go nuclear, baby. At this time, do what you got to do. They're not helping you. They're not there to help you. This is what the deep state was hoping for. They hoped that they could put together a cadre of Republicans that could slow you down. And this man is dancing at this microphone. He's absolutely terrified to say the things that he needs to say.
To work with us to get these folks installed. And obviously we're going to look at, explore all options to make sure that they get moved and that they get moved quickly.
Will the legislative filibuster remain unchanged under your tenure?
Yes.
That question.
You tend to balance maintaining.
That question, if you didn't hear, was: is the filibuster going to remain unchanged? This guy ain't it, man. This guy ain't it.
Independence of the Senate with passing the president-elect's agenda.
Well, I mean, the Senate, as you know, is by the founders' design, a place where the minority has a voice in our process, and we will do the.
You hear this shit? He hasn't even done anything, and he's already talking about appeasing the Democrats. You have the ability to shut them up, shut them out. There is nothing in the Constitution, not a single word that says, you know what, let's figure out what they want. We should probably all get together and come up with some way of singing Kumbaya and making it work. We're in trouble. Well, kinda.
Job that the founders intended us to do in the United States Senate and that the American people intend us to do. And that right now, after this mandate election coming out of the American people, is to work with this president on an agenda that unwinds a lot of the damage of the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda and puts in place new policies that will move our country forward in a different direction.
Unwind some of the damage? So some of the other damage is okay. I'm just using your words. We're going to unwind some of the damage. This was the most milquetoast, nutless, feckless, if I could use the word P, I'd say it, bunch of people I've ever seen in politics. You just had a mandate handed to you. You had a landslide a week ago. And already you've tucked your tail between your legs and you're hoping that, the other guys don't get mad at me. Because, we got to give them a voice. No, you don't. No, you don't. Trust me, if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't even be spoken to. In fact, I remember them creating committees, January 6th, for example, and leaving you all off. They didn't care. They brought in Liz Cheney, who they knew wasn't really a Republican, but they could say, oh, we got one Republican, we got her, and we got Adam Kinzinger, but the rest of y'all bugger off. Yeah, they gave you a voice. They didn't give you any voice. But you want to. You want to go ahead, drop your pants, and bend over. That's what you want to do. What do they got on you, bro? And at this point, I hope Trump just brings it to him. This is what they always do. You're absolutely right. 70 million voters. Best get on the phone and learn these, to give them a new. That woman is Shelley Capito of West Virginia. It's so crazy. I saw it earlier. And so as they say, if it's too good to be true, we aren't done. Yeah, did you see the smirks from that lady in red? Yep, I saw it. But at the same time, y'all don't have to be completely upset. Because I think what happened, if I were to guess, I think Trump gave them rope, tied it in a nice noose, and said, here's a rope to go have jump rope with, and they stuck it around their necks and they're hanging from it. The man was on an airplane. I'm sure he was flying back. He was flying back flying back to West Palm, and he's got the big giant screen on the television, and he saw the whole thing and probably laughed. He probably laughed. He laughed like I laughed. I saw this tweet, I'll call it tweet, post. And this post was by Vivek Ramaswamy. He said, the stuffed suits have no idea what's coming. The stuffed suits have no idea what's coming. And they really don't. These people are clueless. They've underestimated this man yet again. Mitch McConnell, you're trying to play checkers or chess with this guy, and you can't even change your own diaper. And you think you're outsmarting Trump, and he's got these people behind him. I found a video. I showed it earlier. Let me just show it real quick. It's only like a few seconds. I kind of looped it so I could talk over it. But this was at the meeting this morning.
Elon has been
The lady from Fox, she was doing her cut, her piece, and she said, hey, listen, Trump brought Elon to the meeting, and I asked you, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yeah. What do you mean he brought Elon to the meeting? He brought Luca Brasi with him. And I'm sure he wasn't too far behind when, on the plane, and he probably said, hey, Elon, go ahead, sit down, bro. Come on, sit down. Let's watch what these guys say. Let's check out what these guys do. Let's figure out if they really, really, really take the bait back to the colony. Little rats. Little rats. Ooh, we got him. Oh, really? Really? When you take what Vivek says and said the stuffed suits have no idea what's coming, I'm going to play something for you. And it was a historian, and he's talking to Glenn Beck. And I want you to hear the poison pill that right now should give you some comfort. Because when you hear this explained, I think, and welcome to hear anything you guys have to say, Trump, if this guy is talking about it, and he's talking about it with Glenn Beck, Trump already knows it. Listen to this.
If you have a Thune and he begins to become an obstructionist, does the president have the ability to say, J.D. Vance, go in there and take control of the Senate and do
Absolutely.
what John Adams did?
Absolutely. So you've talked about this. You've been great about it. There is a little known procedure in the Senate that gives the majority leader the right to be recognized on the floor first.
Little known procedure. Just remember that you're talking to a guy who's pored over something and found a 1798 law to get rid of the newcomers. And so this guy's about to tell you what this little known procedure is that probably those 6 guys and that one woman, or 5 and 1, have no idea about. They don't have any idea who they're playing with. I'm going to play this in its entirety, and then not going to interrupt. I just want you to listen closely to how this is explained.
Who decides to recognize them? The person sitting in the chair at the front of the room. That chair belongs to J.D. Vance. Anybody else sitting in that chair is borrowing his seat. He can walk in the room, kick them out, take the seat, and recognize whoever he wants who is going to move President Trump's nominees. So he can actually decide really who's running the show.
Why haven't they done that in the past?
There was talk in the last Trump administration of doing this. I ultimately don't know why they decided not to. There's always a negotiation about these kind of things. Having the threat of doing that is certainly powerful, and maybe Pence just wasn't comfortable with it. JD would probably be a lot more comfortable with that.
Oh, yeah.
He's been a senator.
A lot more comfortable? Understand, the vice president is the president of the Senate. When people go up and they're talking in front of the Senate and they've got the gavel, notice when they talk, and they'll say, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, they're speaking as if the president of the Senate is sitting there. You can go back on C-SPAN and look at old tapes of somebody talking to the senators. And they always say, Mr. President. Well, they're not talking about the president. They're talking about the president of the Senate. Everything in that procedure is as if they're addressing the president of the Senate, which is the vice president. Mr. President, I'd like to let you know that, from the grand state of Iowa, we'd like to do this, this, and this. And whoever's got the gavel at the time is a placeholder. You're just there because I didn't decide to show up. Vance will be the president of the Senate. The Senate Majority Leader is just the guy I deem that you can go out and you can do my small potato work. You can do my light work. But at any time, the Vice President can say, I'm running this today. Completely constitutional, 100% within the rules. Your procedures, Pence didn't want to do it because it's nuclear. You don't think Trump's going to go nuclear if you F around with him? You don't think they've already had that conversation? Hey, you understand I'm the president of the Senate. Oh, that's right. And as president of the Senate, you are the person presiding. Yeah. So at any time, on any day, J.D. Vance could be the person holding the gavel. The only thing holding him back is whether he's got something else to do. He can literally walk into the Senate and tell Jim Thune, whatever the hell his name is, hey, step, I'm here today. I'm going to run this. I'm the president of the Senate. You're not. You're a stand-in placeholder. And when I heard that explained, I had looked at it myself. That's why I wasn't really crazy like somebody was. Some of the people were about the, John Thune and Rick Scott and everything else. But then I started seeing stuff. And when I saw this, the stuffed suits have no idea what's coming. You think this man did all this, put all this together, and is going to let John Thune stand in his way? You really have no idea what's coming. So I know there's going to be some of you in the chat are probably like, well, Barry, can you really do that? Can you go look it up? Go look up and just really search who is the president of the Senate. See, there's two presidents in this country. A lot of people don't realize that. There's the president of the United States, the big kahuna. And then there's the president of the Senate, which is the vice president. When you saw Kamala gavel in that law because she had to break the tie, that's usually when you see the vice president show up and take his or her rightful seat. They are the president of the Senate. Google it. So at any time he wants, J.D. Vance can walk in there and say, oh, we're about to, name Matt Gaetz the department, the attorney general, and I'm going to declare a recess, and then we're going to make him the attorney general. Don't need you, Thune. Sorry. Bye. Well, you can't do that. Oh, yeah, I can, actually. Yeah, I can, and I will. So now go back, 4 or 5 months, and when Trump was deciding who he was going to pick as vice president. And some people said, pick Vivek Ramaswamy, pick this person, pick that person. Do you not think that discussion came up and said, are you Mike Pence or are you MAGA? Because we saw what Mike Pence did. JD, let me know. Are you MAGA or are you Mike Pence? It's the only two options. And if you're MAGA, we can work together. And JD Vance obviously told the man, I'm in. So we're probably going to see some fireworks after the first of the year. Be ready for it. Trump knows it, and JD Vance knows it, and obviously these two guys know it. Elon and Vivek Ramaswamy. That might make you guys feel a little bit better right now. Let me see. I'm more worried for Trump now than ever. Oh, that's a good point. I'm more worried for Trump now than ever. Imagine the unfettered power that Trump has right now, and he knows it. I have the House, I have the Senate, I have the Vice President. I can do whatever I flipping want. Now, where the problem comes in is if he does do all these recess appointments, eventually you've got to go through confirmation. Eventually, somewhere down the road. But by then, you'll know who, within 2 years, who's got to get out. 2 years is 2026, and a bunch of these, senators won't be here. So, Barry, how can Trump be sure? You got to think about this. How can Trump be sure that if people oppose him now, they'll be gone in 2026? Elon Musk has agreed to fund primary challenges against any Republicans who betray President Trump. Report from Red Eagle Politics. Elon Musk is threatening to fund a primary challenge to any Republican congressman or senator who backstabs Trump or his agenda. Checkmate. Do it and F around and find out. I can go ahead and do a recess appointment, then I have to do something in 2 years to make that, more solidified. But I'll know within these 2 years if you tried to screw me. So Thune, all y'all, you got the richest man in the world who says, go ahead. I double dog dare you. I doge dare you. I got trillions. Well, by then he'll have trillion. I have so much money, I will make sure that the next person running against you will completely dwarf you in a primary. Go for it. I'm not sure how many of you guys have seen that before. Do it. Get in my way, get in my man's way here, and I will make sure to spend whatever I need to spend to make sure you are voted into oblivion and never see Congress or the Senate ever again. Try me. Try me. Elon Musk, and look at the time on that, by the way. That's at 1:04 p.m. What happened at 1:04 p.m.? That's when they went on stage. That's when they went out and did their press conferencing. And that got released. Elon Musk will fund a primary challenge to any congressman or senator who gets in Trump's way. So I told you I was going to make y'all feel better. I told you, woosah, it's all covered. Checkmate. The comment earlier about more worried about Trump than ever, yeah, that might be our biggest worry at this point because they can't stop him. They can try everything they possibly can, but they can't stop this man, and now they know they can't stop him. These codes that these people are putting out, the stuffed suits have no idea what's coming. You got no idea. Y'all walked right into a trap. Caught in a trap. Can't walk out. He knew you were going to do it. That's why he never said, he never came out publicly and said, y'all need to vote for Rick Scott. Y'all need to vote for, okay, we're telling you. Don't get in our way. And sure enough, he laid out the breadcrumbs and all 6 of those senators walked smack dab into the rat trap. Didn't mention MAGA. Didn't answer the question. Talk about, we got to talk to the other side. Okay. Done. We're not playing your games anymore. And Trump is going to make sure that you pay for it. You can't fix stupid, but you can cancel it. Stand up it. They're going to bend to Trump now because they want to be back in 2026. Trump is 2 steps ahead of everyone. Again, when he planned all this, he knew. I don't understand how they didn't see this stuff coming. Did you think this guy was just going to come into the White House and play the same game as he played back then in 2016? He was a greenhorn. So what about this guy and that guy? No. And then he assembled what we saw to be the Avengers, who know everything, who have been talking to him for months. Let me see. Nothing else has come out yet. Trump he truly is unstoppable. Very dang, I feel better, man. You're on top of it. I have to do all kinds of research and bring this stuff to you because I know no one else is putting it together. And I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that and I'm like, okay, don't believe me. Don't. Now this guy just told you. This guy just told you that basically the president of the Senate can preside. Go look it up. Go look it up and say, can the president of the Senate preside during a senatorial hearing? A confirmation. The president of the Senate. I am the boss of you guys. They danced around like buffoons. Rhinos look really dumb right about now. The only thing that we have a problem with is, as you say, they're cornered. These people are cornered animals. They realize now that Trump has outsmarted them and basically put them in a maze that they didn't even know they were in a maze. And he's letting them know on certain terms. Yeah, they can't outsmart Trump and the Avengers. J.D. Vance will be appointed by Trump to be president of the Senate. Article 1, somebody looked it up. Section 3, Clause 4. Thank you, brother. Thank you for looking that up. Because I don't want you guys to think I'm lying to you. And then you look at it and go, oh shit. Did they not know this? Did they really think they were going to get away with trying to stop Trump? Like I said, start looking for the Lear jets to take off real soon. Maybe right after Christmas, people are going to get the hell out of here. You're going to see celebrities. You're going to see actors. Whew, I got to go. This guy's got us. Checkmate. How many times has he actually posted that? Checkmate. The pound sign means checkmate in chess. He knew. I feel martial law brewing before January 6th. Well, at the same time, think about this. Who can declare martial law? I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves for about 5 seconds. Well, the only person who can really declare martial law is the guy who is giggling in the White House today. Who knows? Maybe that came up as part of the conversation. So, Joe, I can't have you thinking about declaring martial law. We can't do that. Okay, darling. They screwed up. And Trump kind of lived breadcrumbs for that too. He said, he hates Kamala worse than he hates me. At this point, maybe they had already spoken. This bish, look what she did to me and my family. What can I do, Donald? Oh, somebody made like this what was it? Like an AI video of them hanging out and fishing and going to the ice cream park. We don't know. I have no idea. But I just saw a different man who from a week or two ago called us garbage to smiling and being really happy talking to the president. The president-elect. Did you guys not see that? Did you not see him doing that? I think the rhinos were hoping Trump didn't know about it. Their eyes will be open soon, if not already open. Oh, yeah. Don't think that these two posts weren't by accident. The stuffed suits have no idea what's coming, and then this guy at 1 o'clock going, I'm going to fund a primary challenge for any Republican congressman or senator who doesn't get in line. So, You're not going to stop him with the recess appointments because he can have J.D. Vance go in and do it himself. And then you expose yourself as being anti-Trump, anti-MAGA. And so at that point, we understand you're on the other team and we're going to destroy you. Pick and choose. Vivek posted this. And this is very interesting. It's a little bit long, but I think you guys need to see it. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. Vivek posted this. And this went up at this morning at 10:45. Here's a key point about our mission at DOGE, the Department of Governmental Efficiency. Eliminating bureaucratic regulations isn't merely a policy preference, it's a legal mandate from the U.S. Supreme Court. Now what's interesting here is he starts going through citations. Vivek Ramaswamy starts going through legal citations. Let that sink in, that the man has done some research. West Virginia versus EPA 2022 held that agencies cannot decide major questions of economic or political significance without clear congressional authorization. This applies to, quote, thousands of rules that never pass Congress. You see what's coming, right? In Loper Bright versus Raimondo in 2024, the court ended Chevron deference, which means agencies can't foist their own interpretations of the law onto American people. Over 18,000 federal cases cited the Chevron doctrine, often to uphold regulations, many of which are now null and void. 18,000. Then he cites SEC versus Jarkissi in 2024. SCOTUS restricted the use of administrative law judges by agencies. The same agency that wrote the rules shouldn't be able to prosecute citizens in courts that it controls. In Corner Post versus Board of Governors in 2024, the court held that the new businesses can challenge old regulations, greatly expanding the statute of limitations, and opening many more rules up for scrutiny. So we shouldn't just look at rules passed in the last 4 years, but over the past 4 decades. DOGE is ready to help U.S. government conform to the U.S. Constitution. Once again, Elon Musk and I are ready to serve. I know that was legalistic and there was a lot of citations and stuff, and there are two things I want you to take away from there. One, somebody's been digging into the precedents in law. Somebody who's been going along for quite some time have been looking into, hey, how can we do this? How can we do that? I don't know if Vivek did it. I don't know if Elon did it. I don't know if they have a staff already in place. But now they're letting you know, Mr. Agency, wherever you are. Remember, Elon said he can take it from 499 agencies down to like 99 very quickly. This isn't something to F around and find out. These guys are seriously coming at people. People have no idea. These career bureaucrats who've been in Washington and just been soaking the American public for gazillions have no idea what these guys are gonna do. And worse, they don't have there's no place for them to get help. They can't go to SCOTUS. They're gonna have the citations. It's all right there. What are you gonna do? You guys know Terrence. He just posted this. CNN. That was Matt Gaetz is now the Attorney General. Oh man, the shows tonight are going to just be delicious. Just be delicious. Oh my God! Can you just imagine? This guy checkmated these people so bad. And as I'm scrolling, I'm just looking at people just freaking out, absolutely freaking out. It is a full-on meltdown. I mean, people are like, he can't do that. Well, yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. Then I saw this one. The first job for Trump's AG is to immediately open up investigations into corrupt senators. I can't stress enough to you how much of a boss move he did to put these people into checkmate. He waited until after the hearing on an airplane down here to West Palm and said, put it out. Now? Now. You want now? Yeah, put it out now. After they've made their speeches, after they've done all. Oh, and every single one of them just bear trap. Done. Absolutely done. Enjoy what's about to happen. It's about to be completely crazy. Caroline Levitt posted this. She goes, and this is Trump coming back at 3:53, about an hour ago, coming back to Palm Beach International. And it says here, President Trump today made a triumphant return to D.C., met with House Republicans, met with Biden, then came back and nominated an AG, a DNI, and a Secretary of State, and is back before 4 o'clock. It's too much. It truly is everything that we've been hoping for, and get ready for it.
We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning, and you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
So all you've got to do is just think to yourself, have I had enough winning? And I just have to say for myself and answer that. My answer to that is no. Keep going, bro. Just keep going. Just keep doing you. Ignore these flipping people. Do whatever you need to do at this point. They are freaking. George Behezy, who I follow, it says this. Because if any senators who call themselves Republicans dare to delay the confirmation of Matt Gaetz as Attorney General, I promise you, so help me God, that I will spend the next 4 years of my life exposing, destroying, insulting you. I spent the last 4 years of my life dismantling the lies about the 2020 election. I have no problem dedicating my time, resources, and willpower to making your lives miserable. Yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to be. You're going to see a bunch of us, a bunch of people who want to see Trump's agenda, from my little corner of the world to Dan Bongino's huge corner of the world, and everybody in between, are going to do everything we can to make sure that this stuff is out. Matt Gaetz, there's so much. I'm going to talk to it about 7 o'clock in terms of what Matt Gaetz means to this administration and how bad. You can get on X. You can just see these people are losing it. I mean, I'll probably have enough stuff to do an entire show at 7 p.m. just on Matt Gaetz and how bad they're freaking out. And that probably includes a lot of Republicans as well. They deserve to be completely freaked out because of what they've done and how they've done it. And, it is what it is. Now, I want to include this piece before I go. This is from Dan Bongino. And, we've talked about how Trump is pretty much, other than, what's her name? His name. No, Kristi Noem and Rubio. Everything else has been under the radar. How far under the radar has this stuff been? I want you to listen to this from Dan Bongino.
I'm like, and I pop on Laura Ingram's show, and she's got a guest on. The guy's like mid-sentence. Usually they let them finish the sentence, right? He used to do the Fox show with me. You let him finish the sentence, you go, hold on, breaking news. Mid-sentence, she cuts him right off, and she's like, breaking news. Folks, I had no idea. It was Pete Hegseth. I know I said I'd do it in a verse, but throw that one up if you would, Guy. Pete Hegseth is now going to be nominated to be the Secretary of Defense. If you want to sound cool about it, like say, SecDef, whatever. Secretary of Defense. Pete Hegseth. That's pretty good, Guy. Folks, I've known Pete a long time. A really long time. Like in Dan Bongino's life, I've only been alive 50 years in a few weeks. I've known Pete for about 1/5 of it. Pete is an amazing guy. I want to tell you I 100% support this. Pete is a door kicker. Pete understands what needs to be done. Pete understands the tactical component. He understands the foreign policy component. He understands the PR component. He's selling America, and he's selling the military to new recruits as well. He is absolutely committed to ripping wokeness out of the military. Wrote a whole book about it. I highly recommend you pick it up. He's a good man and a decent man. I support him 100%. And what do I always tell you guys? Michael and I talked about this yesterday. Always gauge the effectiveness of a pick or a political tactic by what? The response of your political opponents. And folks, diapers were being changed everywhere.
Now, compare the diaper soilage in regards to Pete Hegseth, and understand they're going through bundles of them tonight because of Matt Gaetz. They've already forgotten about the Pete Hegseth announcement. The Matt Gaetz announcement is literally causing them to get Pampers in bulk. Forget the Pampers, just pull on the pull-ups of the Depends at this point. That's how bad things are all over X. They're absolutely losing it. I can't wait to see some of the shows on MSNBC or CNN. It's going to be ballistic.
People were crapping all over the place in their diapers. They all had to be cleaned up by mama. It was a total mess yesterday on the left. They don't know what to do. And just so you know, because I'm never going to fake it or anything, Dan, did you know? I had absolutely no idea. None.
So even Dan Bongino, who's good friends with Pete Hegseth, he didn't know what was coming. Nobody told him. They're keeping things. So I have to believe at this point that Kristi Noem and Mark Rubio, they threw that out to chum the waters. Probably as deflection. Here, let them think they know what's going on. Here, give them Marco Rubio and Kristi Noem. And then when they see the other shit we're doing, they're going to scream. Pete who? Pete Hegseth. He's our, Secretary of Defense. Say what? Pete Hegseth. Who? Matt Gaetz. They just, after last night, they just got showered and powdered and got everything cleaned up. And tonight, they're going to have to order kaopectate all over again. It is that bad in terms of where the media is right now and in the deep state. And now you couple that with Elon saying, any of you getting away, I'm just telling you now. I'm telling you in advance, I'm going to fund the person to primary you in 2026. So consider yourself basically committing Harry-Carry if you get in Trump's way. It's over. You just go ahead and take the sword and say, I'm going to try and do everything I can to muck up the waters for Trump, and I'm going to just take myself out. But even then, it's moot, because they'll just walk J.D. Vance in and say, oh, here's the president of the Senate is going to take over. So now all of you are running around the Capitol right now. What the hell do we do? Oh, shit. How do we fix this? Fix? There's no fixing. The people spoke in huge numbers. There is literally nothing you can do. Literally. I mean, the one thing. But other than that, you just go ahead and sit back, kick your feet up on a footstool, and just sit back. Oh, this is gonna be fun. And he's not done. Oh, he's not done. I can't even imagine who's going to be director of FBI. Can't even. I gotta get some more popcorn or something, some chips, because that's boom. And it may be Dan Bongino, who's goes in and his Secret Service. That won't really blow things up too much, except he'll be able to find out what happened on July 13th. But if I was a crap shooter, I'm a poker player. If I was a crap shooter, I'd be putting money right now, or roulette. I'd be putting money on Kash Patel for FBI. That's my bet, because that's all it is. It's a wager at this point. I'm wagering that Kash Patel would be the FBI, but I don't have any inside knowledge. I'm just thinking the nuclear bombs that he's been dropping at this point, might as well drop some more. This FBI pick needs to be as MAGA as you possibly can be, because this FBI person who you know is going to be strong MAGA. How do I know it's strong MAGA? Because he's going to be working under Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, Attorney General, is over the Director of FBI. Merrick Garland, Christopher Wray. Matt Gaetz, your worst nightmare. Whoever this person is about to be your worst friggin' nightmare. Enjoy it. That's still got to come. Then, of course, RFK Jr.'s coming in. And then, the other ones that they'll fill around it. Health and Human Services. What's the other one? HUD. Oh, shit. I just can't imagine. I just cannot even imagine what these people are going through. The agony that they will feel is only surpassed by the agony that they made us feel. And now prove me wrong. What are they going to do? What are they going to do at this point? Oh my God, family can eat and pay bills again. Thank you, Trump. It's coming. Placing a bet on Kash Patel as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on him. I think it's got to be him. We are now unburdened by what has been a burden. We deserve this excellent entertainment. Oh, perfectly. Barry, light up the cigar and relax. I got to dig it out of the box. I don't smoke it. I just chew on it, and it's about ready. I was gonna save it till January 20th because I want to get him in. And then do it. But right now, it's like, oh man, I don't smoke or anything, but it feels like sex. This is good. This is really good. Every single day. And that's why I waited today. I was like 3:30. No, 3 o'clock. No, let me push it to 3:30. I know the man's eating his hamburgers and Kentucky Fried Chicken right now, and I bet you it's going to get good. And people started texting me, are you seeing this? I'm like, yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing what's coming. Mm-hmm. Diapers full in the swamp, and not just in the swamp. Wait until they name his press secretary. Oh, that's going to be another. It's going to media. What about Byron Donalds? Okay, Byron Donalds. I think, again, we're just throwing shit out there. We're spitballing. Marco Rubio's seat. Just make him a senator. Have DeSantis name him as the senator to replace Marco Rubio. Perfect. Or Laura Trump as a senator, and then put Marco. I don't think you can install somebody as a House seat. Matt Gaetz was, if he can, he's already a congressman, so that doesn't make any sense. The only thing that would make sense would make Laura Trump go into Matt Gaetz' spot, and then take Byron Donalds and put him into the senatorial spot of Marco Rubio. But so many more moves. That's why my Chiron had said, so many more moves coming. And I bet you by tonight, I keep refreshing because I'm just going to keep this page open to see if he drops anything else. But nothing else is dropped at this point. I think he's letting the dust settle. Going to allow us to go get some dinner and get back here at 7:30. No more income tax, please. I think that might come. I'm not sure how long. Planning our second Trump inaugural. Elon said the hammer of justice is coming. Ooh, did he say that? Let me see if I can. Did he just post that or something, or did you hear him say it? Because if he said that, no, I don't see it. So, oh, God. Yeah, smoke them if you got them. This is about to get good. This guy's not even in the justice side. He's going to be on the Doge side. But they're all talking. They're all talking. At 4:19 p.m., the hammer of justice is coming. People, strap in. I'm so happy I decided to do these updates because it just keeps happening. I hope you're subscribed because and get the notifications, because sometimes they come so fast. The mods are doing a fantastic job. They're doing everything possible to keep your comments in the stream going. But I just can't even fathom what I'm reading here. And that just happened at 4:19. I didn't even see that one. This is going to be an amazing ride. I can't even I can't even imagine what people are going. So Jack Posobiec, I don't know if he knows anything any further than anybody else does. I got to show you this. GOP Massey, Thomas Massey, says recess appointments when asked if Gaetz can get confirmed by the Senate. He's the Attorney General. Suck it up. So they're going to do the recess appointments. They already know what they're doing. Thune, you can F off. It's coming. I don't know if it's only 8 seconds long. Suck it up. I got to hear if there's volume. If there's volume, I'll bring it in for you guys if he can hear what he says here. He said it. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it. This is worth the second here for me to bring in this video, because he's almost ecstatic like a kid. I know some of you can't hear what I'm saying, but I'm going to play this and bring it into the production so you guys can see it. Okay. This is just too much fun. I'm actually enjoying doing this stuff. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. Might have to play it a couple times so you guys can hear it.
You think he'll get confirmed by the Senate? He's the Attorney General. Suck it up.
He tells the reporter he's the Attorney General. Suck it up. Oh, good gosh. This is just too much, people. It's happening minute by minute. I can't even pull it all in. It's so good. What's going on here? So Jack, I was going to tell you about this. Jack Posobiec says that the inside track for the press secretary is Caroline Leavitt. Love her as well. I would want somebody more of a firebrand, but she's good. She's very good. Wow. This is just so much so fast. Everybody is sitting here just talking about how bad this is going to be. How bad it's going to be. People enjoy it. You got to enjoy. Thank you, Barry. Thank you very much for watching. I'm in northern Wisconsin, and I can hear buttholes tightening from here. That's why some of you guys are like, oh man, it sucks. I'm like, just hold on. Let me show you what I got here. Let me show you how I put this together. And I'm sure it's 5 o'clock now. When we get back together at 7:30, we're going to see some more stuff. Undoubtedly. Last night I put together an entire show, those of you who weren't here, and as I was getting ready to do the show, I had to put it on hold because the world blew up again. Sit back and imagine yourself, you're a Democrat politician right now. And you got to be thinking, I'm on the wrong side. I think one of the things that these people have not thought about, and they really should at this point begin thinking, is how many Democrats over the next year are going to jump ship and vote with the Republicans? Because your people in your district are going to like, well, we like having cheaper gas and cheaper groceries and lower rent and this and that and everything, and they like being safe and no new car. You're going to stay with the AOC people? You're going to stay with the squad? Or are you going to keep, tell your people, hey, listen, I understand, we're in this district, but I think Trump's got a good idea. See, I think at this point they are going to have to worry about defections. I think we're going to see defections over the next 12 months when it comes time to the 2026 and when some of these people enter votes. Just put yourself in the seat of someone who's Democrat, and you're going to be going through the motion. All right, so Trump wants to do this. Nay. Oh, the vote passed. It doesn't matter what you think. Don't even bother showing up. Take your 5 minutes when they do the 5 minutes during the hearings, if they end up doing it. But as Thomas Massey just said, Thomas Massey, who is a congressman, just said it's going to be recess appointments. He's laughing. He laughed going up the escalator. Fetterman wants to be a Republican. He does seem like it. Pelosi's puckered patootie. What about Carrie Lake? Carrie Lake, we're going to have to see how that plays out. Like, a lot of you have asked me to talk about it, but there's nothing. We can tell there's some funny business. Let Laura Trump and her team go after it and start digging into that with Attorney General Matt Gaetz. Oh, gosh. I can't even imagine. Okay, so Vivek went to law school and was quoting those laws on his campaign trail. LFG Dark MAGA. Oh, this. Oh. You're going to see a lot of death or imprisonments in the justice phase. Yeah, these people, with so many putting it out there. I mean, when I'm clicking on links and I'm seeing Elon and other people say, hey, yeah, justice is coming. I mean, what do you do at this point? It's going to be crazy. It's absolutely going to be crazy. And you get these guys like the Krasenstein brothers. Hey, cry all you want. They put Tulsi on a terror watch list, and now she's going to be director of national intelligence. It's the biggest FU to national intelligence. Oh yeah. It's the biggest FU to all of you. All of you. You wouldn't even let this woman fly, and now she's going to be the one controlling the list, along with John Ratcliffe. Oh, the comeuppance is too much. It's too much. They're freaking. Take some moment before dinner. It's just so bad. This is the extent of what you can come back with. The Office of Government Efficiency is off to a great start with split leadership. 2 people do the work of 1 person. Yeah, this seems really efficient. That's it? That's the entirety of your response. If that is your response, Elizabeth Warren, maybe you might want to start packing too. Just go ahead and resign. Say, if that's the big punch you're going to throw, enjoy the ride. All right, people. I got to go grab some food and walk the dog. Let me do super chats because, oh my goodness, this was just too much fun. I'm having more fun than I should because it really is absolutely nuts what's going on. And the thing with it is we know it's going to continue. We absolutely know there's more to come. Maybe by tonight we know who the FBI is. Maybe. All right, so Bleezy, General Flynn for FBI director. Not really sure about that one. Don't know. Betty Johnson, thank you, God. Reconciliation is coming to America. Blessed Barry and monitors for helping us to see it. Thank you very much for watching. U.S. Executive Services, Barry, who would you like to see oversee the FCC to send the legacy media into a panic? Wow, that's a good one. I'll say a name, but you're going to laugh and go, Barry, there's no possible way. Alex Jones. Alex Jones running the FCC. Oh my God, can you even imagine? But it would have to be somebody in that vein. Somebody who understands media. Somebody who's into, and I'm sure Elon knows a lot of people. I'm sure Vivek knows a lot of people. Let me think on that. I hadn't thought about that. Who would run the FCC? Good one. That's a very good one. Are you going to Rumble? I will be doing something on Rumble very soon. Spoke to them yesterday, and we're getting some things set up. Deanna Prohl, I guess Trump threw out the same old playbook. Oh yeah, there is no same old playbook. Remember that earlier or yesterday, the guy from CNN goes, "Oh, the establishment's winning. They're putting Trump in line." Thank you, Claire, very much. The establishment. Oh God. From Miracles in God. 350 FEMA truck trailers just arrived in Oscuda, Michigan at an abandoned Air Force base. Residents are, we'll have to see what transpires there. I don't know. Mayor, same senator gang as before minus McConnell. Yep. Doing their same game, not expecting it's going to be different. F. Joe Biden. Bro, JD and Vivek went to school together and have both become attorneys. They're both lawyers, bro. Okay, that's right. They did go to school together. They know each other. Oh, this has been planned. This has obviously been planned. Where's this one? From Canada, William Flanagan, don't laugh. Baxter received a series of security clearances so he could work with classified information. Look it up. Good. Thank you very much. Cassandra, Paquin Fine Arts, they're in a maze because Trump is amazing. That is true. Chapo, I learned more about government through Professor Barrett than I ever did anywhere else. Well, you know, thank you very much, but it's not even, they lay it out. If you get the information from the right people who you can trust, they actually put the breadcrumbs there. You just have to put them together. And then it says what's going on. Operation Matt Gaetz, removal of Marx. That had to hurt them. That really had to hurt them. Beverly Litton, a woman in a red dress, is Shelley Caputo from South Dakota. These rhinos would vote to impeach Trump. Yeah, good luck with that at this point. Love you, Barry. I feel better now. Thank God for all of Trump's team. He's putting together a serious group of Avengers. Michael Clark, I love this. J.D. Vance is essentially Michael Corleone negotiating for the Godfather. Yeah. Stephen Anderson, Barry, remember when there was a comment that said checkmate during election night? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And he said it again 2 days ago. So it's something that he's been discussing. Let's go here to White Khadijah. It is being reported that Jack Smith's appointment was illegitimate. Every prosecution under Mueller's Russia hoax was illegal. They are bending a knee. Yeah, they should. You know, absolutely. I don't know what Merchan's thinking he's been doing. I think they're probably talking to him. You got to find a way to put him in jail. You got to find a way to put him in jail because that's probably like their last chance. Delana, the message that Kamala ran on was we're not going back. That was correct because she's not going back to the White House. Oh, like Elon has that FU money for sure. He does. Grandma Lynn, Constitution names VP as President of the Senate. Yep, that's what I was saying. F. Joe Biden, can JD go in there and take a new vote on leadership after the new Senate is put in place? Once he is sworn in, he is the President of the Senate. So they can't take any votes until after Trump's inaugurated because he can't officially nominate anybody till he's actually the president. Right now he's letting people know, but they come back in on January 3rd, and then January 20th or so is when the inauguration. And speaking of the inauguration, don't be surprised if he doesn't have one. I've been hearing some things about that. I want to see you and other mainstream YouTubers in the press room as part of the press corps. I'd love that. FL, please pray Darlene receives the wisdom and understanding to make the right decisions with my homestead in Connecticut. I'm praying for you, Barry, and your family. Thank you very much. Yes, I will pray for Darlene. I guess that's your daughter, maybe. Juan Casillas, how can McConnell hold the secret vote? The man is not cognitive to drive a car. No, it's all BS. They tried something and they got found out. Calvin Aubrey, how can we MAGA go about this? How can we deal with Thune, or are we done for? I think you might have put that early before I explained it, but I think Trump's got a way to deal with it. Saying MAGA might be like saying Jesus some 2,000 years ago. Kelly Dwight Fields. Yeah, you're probably right. Yolanda Currents, tax-free homes for vets. Would love to see that. Let's see here. Dyslexic Tank, how are you? Barry, just in case you don't know, the keyboard shortcut for refresh the page is Control F. Hopefully it'll make it easier for you, bro. I shall try that. I shall try that for sure. Let me just finish this up here. I think we got a couple more. Yeah, thank you for that words. Shelly Ramos, Barry, you got me breathe in and out. Oosa. I have to get a cut for that too, so you can see that. Like I said, it's all in the files. Yeah, I agree with you, Jeff, and for sure. EFO. Yeah, EFO. Trump's aware of his next term. Yeah, he knows what's coming. Karina, thank you, Barry. I love your awesome reporting. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for watching. I do really mean that. Jason Colin, Barry, Dems thought they had a shot at flipping Florida, and now half of Florida politics is running the country. Good point. Very good point. Roseanne Kaluna, the Marvelous Avenger Trumpster team. Badass, love it. Mahalo, Barry. Mahalo to you for all you do bringing us the facts. Thank you very much. Cassandra Paquin. Alina Habba and MTG for something blow away and the anti-woman there. Ooh. You just brought up somebody. MTG. What if you used MTG for something? That would definitely cause them problems. I mean, she's a firebrand. Maybe they can put her somewhere. KRO, the fantasy political team. To me, it's just really weird because it seems like they underestimated these people. How do you underestimate the richest man in the world? I don't know. White Wolf says, don't let the gate hit you on the way out. Absolutely. And finally, Mike Aranda. Gaetz spent a lot of time talking to us at the rally in Coachella. Great man. Let's go. Yeah, he's a good guy. Wait a minute. I got to go back to the top here. It looks like I may have missed some people. Yes, I did. Okay. This is from Miracle. No, I did that one. Claire, Deanna, Mac. Barry, would you like to see? Okay, remember that one. I think I got everybody. Yep, I think I finally got everybody. So, this is one. Megan Kelly for FCC. Yeah, that would be good. I could definitely see that. And Tommy Radcliffe says, game, set, match, Trump, MAGA, admin. It's just getting better and better. And, I mean, it just keeps coming. I mean, they can't stop him. They're going to try. But let's get together at 7:30. Let's see what else transpires. I can't wait to go look and see what the news and media have done. They've probably seriously pooped themselves over the last 2 hours. Thank everybody for showing up. And by the way, if you want to go into our group over on X, just please go to fanfareshop.org/group. Join gaining almost close to 10,000 people. Would love to have you. And if you'd like to register to win a hoodie, I'm going to give away a couple tonight at the 7:30 show. Go to fanfareshop.org and you can register to win a hoodie. All right, people, thank you very much. If you're prone to seizures, don't watch the outro, and I'll see you around 7:30.